Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Kenyon Jones, and I'm the co-founder of the Exodus 100. And today, we want to talk about being in the lab. Being in the lab. As a person who loves music of all sorts, all varieties, all genres, I can't help but to think about the process that the artist goes through before making a platinum plus record. Not just a record that sold 1 million copies, but a record that everybody loves to sing, songs that last. It can be 10, 20, 30 years later, and every time that beat drops and those lyrics hit, it does something to you. You know, there's something to be said about a song that's, older than some, people walking on the earth, and yet every time it comes on, it does something to your spirit, it does something to your soul, and it brings back memories, and you just feel how you felt during that time when the song first came out. So in saying this, I'm thinking about ourselves. What are we doing in the lab? What are we doing in those moments when nobody's around, and we have an opportunity to really focus and lock in and build our lives so that 30 years later, 40 years later, 50 years later, because of what we've done 30 years prior, 40 years prior, 50 years prior, we can say, wow, that time that I spent focusing on building, I can look back and say I did the right thing. So it's just something to think about. What are we doing to build our lives so that we can look into the future and say, wow, that was a hit. And a lot of times it's something that we don't really think about. We don't put time and effort into comparing our lives to an artist going into the studio and just zoning out and making good music. But maybe we need to. Maybe we need to look at our lives as artists who are looking to make a hit. After all, what are we living for? Are we living just to live check to check? Be able to pay a phone bill here or, a light bill there? Or are we trying to do things that, average people don't do? The only person that knows the answer to that question is us. What type of life do we really want to live? And as you guys know from seeing multiple videos already and just hearing the story about the Exodus 100, and also just hearing a little bit about my own personal story, that I don't do anything average. I can't stand mediocrity. I don't like, just barely getting by. It's never been my thing, and it never will be my thing. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to live like that. I know about doing things on a large scale. So with that being said, I'm going to let you go about your business, but as you go about your business throughout your day, think about this, in your time, what are you doing in your lab? Is what you're doing in your lab a platinum plus hit? Is it silver? Is it gold? Or is it just, like every other song or album? What's really going on? All right, something to think about. All right, at this time, I'm just going to close out. I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches this video, and God bless.